Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back inside the Build Barn. My name's Matt, and this week I have something huge that I'm going to be sharing with you guys that I'm very excited about. Now, you guys may have noticed in the last couple of videos that the Nissan GT-R has not been in the garage. It has in fact been sold.
You suck!
Now, the first week or two, I was a little upset about it. I love that car. I've had it for almost 3 years. It was time to sell it, and I was able to get pretty much all my money back. So I was able to drive that car, enjoy it for 3 years, and not lose a ton of money, which is always the goal. And you may also have seen that the Pandem 400Z has not been in the garage for quite some time also. I actually sold that car in March to a buyer in the USA, and 2 days before it was being exported into the States, the 25% tariffs kicked in, which was very unfortunate. I called the buyer on the other end, and at that point, obviously, it didn't make any sense because it had jumped about, I think it was 15,000 US, more than he was originally going to pay for it, so clearly that did not work out. So since then, the car has actually been for sale at a dealer in Montreal. It's been there for a couple weeks, not much going on it. So I've decided that I am going to keep the car, so I'll be getting it this week, and it should be back in the garage alongside this bad boy when it's done, which will hopefully be next video. And now back to the massive news. So since I sold the GT-R, which is pretty much what I dailied the last couple of years during the summer, I pretty much drove it every day when I could. It was fantastic. I loved it. I have to replace it with something else. And logically, I've bought a full-blown race car. Smart. So a few days ago, I flew to London. No, not London, England, which is very nice. I've visited a couple times, love it. London, Ontario, which was my first time, and you know, wouldn't say I loved it. But there was this one specific car at a specific dealership that we ended up buying and driving back 500 miles to the Build Barn, which is just outside of Montreal. So without further ado, let's introduce you guys to the newest member of the Build Barn family. I now present to you my 2019 991.2 Porsche GT3 RS. Right off the bat, I'm sure you guys can tell this one does have the Weissach pack with the carbon hood, carbon roof, carbon mirrors, and this little side piece here also, and the very important carbon fiber spoiler with the little Porsche logo on it. The color, which I find is absolutely insane, Miami blue, which I'm told they only made, I think it's 17 that came to Canada, and of those 17, maybe half of them had the Weissach pack, so pretty rare car. I don't think I'll see one exactly like that roaming around anytime soon. Now, this is obviously Porsche's hardcore race car for the street, so they went even as far as this emblem, which is usually an emblem made of plastic or some material, is actually a sticker. And they say that is to save weight. That's how far they came. And the back glass here is actually not glass at all. As you can probably hear there, it's a plastic to, again, save weight. Who would have thought? Now on the inside, this thing has every option imaginable. You have the illuminated GT3 RS carbon door sills here, obviously the one-piece carbon bucket seats, carbon fiber wheel, carbon fiber trim. Everything that's not carbon fiber is either leather or Alcantara. As you can see, this beautiful steering wheel. And there's also, in the interest of weight saving, doesn't even come with door handles. It comes with these little fiber things to, once again, save weight. Very important. Now, a few years ago, I did have a 2016 GT3 RS in ultraviolet, and I'm on the record saying that that is probably the best car I've ever had. The 2016, the .1 version being a little more raw and mechanical, the .2, this one being a little bit more refined and more technological, we'll say. So we're gonna hop in, we're gonna go for a drive, but first I'm gonna let you guys hear a cold start, which is, I wouldn't say underwhelming, but let's just say we ordered the best and baddest exhaust system and headers for this car, and it should be in next week, so we're gonna be slapping that on ASAP. Now, obviously, the steering wheel and everything, there's no buttons for the volume or anything like that. It is pure race car. One thing I do love is that this car does have the suspension lift. So when you're entering a driveway, the car is very low to the ground. It actually pops it up a good, I'd say 2 inches, 2.5 inches, just enough so you can get over all the obstacles. And cup holders. 2 of them, which I actually both used when I was driving over here, and you don't realize how important they are until you don't have them, which in the Lamborghinis and stuff like that, there's no cup holders. So if you have a water bottle, if you have something, it's either in the passenger seat or rolling around at your feet. So we're gonna hop in, take you guys for a drive, and I'll explain to you guys some of the best things that I love about this car. You can hear the gears just banging together. This Porsche PDK gearbox, arguably one of the best gearboxes ever made. Every time you click the paddle, it's instant gear shifts. There's no hesitation, no anything. If you take, for example, my Nissan GTR that I had, still a double clutch gearbox, but every time you'd pull the paddle, it'd take about a half second to go from first to second. Even the downshifts, they weren't crisp, they weren't on demand. There was always a little hesitation, but with this, it's absolutely flawless. You can hear how crisp those shifts are. It's unbelievable. The feeling, there's no jerking, there's no hesitation. It just wants to go. And another thing I love about this car is how easy it is to use the traction control. Actually, there's nobody behind us. In a lot of cars, you have to hit this button, traction control off, this, that, whatever. In this one, you don't have to do any of that. Step on the brake with your left foot, smash the throttle. And away we go. The amount of confidence you have behind this car it's hard to explain. There's something about the suspension, the engine, everything that just works, and anybody can get behind the wheel of one of these cars and go fast. It's remarkable. I mean, you'd put anybody in the track in this, and after a lap or two, they would feel very comfortable. It's it's hard to put into words how good and how perfect of a platform this car really is. Now you can hear that engine revving out all the way to 9,000 RPMs. Absolutely amazing. 500 horsepower is the absolute perfect sweet spot for this car. I would not put more. It lets you enough time to go through the gears, enjoy it all the way up to the red line. It's fantastic. It's not like the RS6 or even my Toyota Supra with 1,000 horsepower that you just bang through the gears in a second and the fun's over. This, you can enjoy it. It takes a little bit of while to go from the 5,000 to the 9,000. It sounds amazing. I would not change a single thing. Now, like I said, the amazing thing about this car isn't the straight line speed. It's absolutely its ability to corner. I mean, there is no reason a car should be able to go a corner as fast as this thing. There's a reason why the cars with 1,000 horsepower fail to beat its Nürburgring lap time. It's because this thing is absolutely on rails. It doesn't make sense that a car can corner that quickly, that precisely, and give you the amount of confidence that it does. It absolutely blows my mind. Whenever you enter a corner and you think you're gonna run out of grip, you think you're entering too fast, exiting too fast, there's just more and more grip. The car wants more. It can literally go twice as fast as you think it can without losing grip and without skipping a beat. It's scary quick around a corner. And the drive is surprisingly very comfortable. Like I said before, I went to get this car. It was almost 450 miles away. Drove back 7 hours in these carbon bucket seats, and I had no backache, no anything. Big smile on my face the entire time. On the cruise control, AC, everything. It's a great car. You can daily drive this 1,000%. All right, we made it back to the house, and I just can't stop looking at this thing. It's absolutely incredible. One thing I did notice is that the bugs show up a lot on the front bumper, but hey, that's fine. The car's fully PPF'd, so bring it on. And I also bought a new winter daily driver that I haven't shown you guys, which is this. A 2022 RS Q8. Pretty badass. Same engine, same everything as the RS6 that I had before, but obviously in the SUV shape, so yeah. Well, I'm not sure if that'll make it on the channel or not. We might put some wheels on it. We're gonna black out the badges and stuff like that, but it's gonna stay relatively stock. And on that, I think that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It means the world to me. And as always, we will catch you in the next video.